There are two parts to this video. One is about owning a PlayStation 4 in 2025, other is about having a jailbroken PlayStation 4 on 11.00 firmware. First of all, I'm not gonna argue about using a PlayStation 4 over a PS5, PC or Xbox Series console. Let's be honest, PlayStation 4 is last gen, runs games at lower frame rate and lower resolution. If you already have a PS5, there is no reason to stick with the PS4 in 2025 or later, none whatsoever. Still, if you don't have a PS5 or you are new to gaming, or maybe you're getting something for a friend or a kid who's just getting started, the PlayStation 4 is still one of the best options in 2025. If we look at the PS4 Slim that I have, it comes with a disk drive, as there is no PlayStation 4 that comes without a disk drive. Also, two USB ports on the front and back. We got Ethernet, HDMI, PlayStation camera port and power. No USBs on the back here. Game library is solid. You have got hits like Spider-Man, God of War, Horizon Zero Dawn, Bloodborne, all are still worth playing. Even though the PlayStation 5 has been out for 5 years, PS5 Pro is already here. The PS4 is still getting games. Show me another console that is stayed this relevant after 5 years into the next gen. Think about it, by 2014 the PlayStation 3 was already irrelevant. Cross-gen games died off in like 2 years. But with the PS4 it's taken 5 years, even now still getting new games. It's more of a collector's item for people now, as PlayStation 3 emulation has gotten better. It did had a lot of ports, card readers, weighed a ton, but we will not get into the details of this PS3 for now, as this video is about the PS4. The PS4 I have is a slim model made in 2021. There are two versions, the original PS4, the PS4 Pro. The Pro version supports 4K in theory. Good luck finding game that runs in 4K native. Slim mostly runs games on 900p, 1080p, usually 30 fps, but some titles like Taken 7 or Gran Turismo manage 60 fps. Yeah, so if you are on a budget or just getting into gaming, the PS4 is still kind of unbeatable. For those people who already have a PS5 or a decent PC, it's probably not exciting anymore. Disc only console, so no force, digital only. Even on the Xbox side, we got the Xbox One S in the previous generation that was digital only. In the PS4 case, that is not the case. You can get cheap games, used games, and they are available all across the world. Crossplay with PS5 and PC in many titles like Call of Duty and modern titles like Apex, Fortnite, all you can play with PS5 and PC players. Hard disk upgrades are very cheap. Originally this was 500 GB drive from the PS4, but I upgraded to 1 TB, putting a 2.5 inch laptop drive that I had lying around. Great controller, still holds up. I have made a separate video on the controllers, you can go check that out. Lot of cheap accessories like VR headset, PS camera, but honestly not recommended, not really that good. Now on to the more exciting part. What about a jailbroken PS5 on the firmware 1.11, 11.00? Quick heads up, this is not a permanent jailbreak. It's non-persistent, meaning you gotta run it on every boot. The exploit, it uses PPOE, point-to-point protocol over Ethernet, but you can put your console into sleep mode and jailbreak will stay. But honestly, I will tell you, it's not that reliable. It doesn't work 100% of the time. It can crash a lot of times. So you really need a computer or a small device like ESP3 with the Ethernet port to run this exploit on it. So what do we get from jailbreaking? Homebrew store, where different apps that are made by the community that are not allowed on the Sony app store. PS4 cheat manager that you can use to activate cheats and patches like 60 fps for Bloodborne and a lot of different things. Ability to backup games in PKG files, also known as fake packages, so modified packages or backed up game. Yep, you can run fake packages backup. You can use it for piracy, but I'm not promoting that here. This is for educational purposes only. This is about using your console in new ways, not stealing game. By backing up your own game, you can play games that are no longer available, like PT by Silent Hill, that was not a physical release and that was taken off the demos on the Sony store. So patch games, apply cheese, use save file editor. There's a save file editor, you can modify save file, backup save file. Run emulators, like you can play PS2 emulator and Sega Saturn that were officially launched by Sony, and full RetroArch setup if you want to try. And even you can install full desktop Linux on the PlayStation 4. you can run it like in a dual boot situation, but I have not done that personally, so I cannot comment on that much. Yeah, a lot of people may ask this question that what are the disadvantages of jailbreaking the console. Personally, I don't see any disadvantages. There is one thing, obviously you can't take it online on the PlayStation online services, but that I think should be obvious. There are a lot of ways. There is a modified version of Fortnite, the original Fortnite you can play, or even a lot of Call of Duty games you can play through a local LAN setup. There's an application for that, but overall I will say it's pretty much an offline console then. So yeah, the PS5 may not be the current gen anymore, but still is relevant, still useful. You can jailbreak, that can be something else entirely. Thanks for watching. Drop a like if this helps. Subscribe for more. See you again soon.